So our last session for day 2 RCHS is going to be taken by Crystal Peterson from .co. She has 8 years in the domain industry. She's been with .co for 3.5 years now. She's director of global sales and channel marketing. Little insight, she's got experience as a professional ballet dancer as well. Well, that didn't work out, so the domain industry was the fallback. But she thinks the domain business is much harder than being thrown in the air every other day. So please give it a big hand, yeah, guys, ladies and gentlemen, for Crystal Peterson.
Again, my name is Crystal Peterson. I'm the Director of Global Sales and Channel Marketing for .co. I'm also here with a colleague of mine, Jasmine Beg, and she is the Director of Sales and Marketing for EMEA. And we are super excited to be here in India with all of you guys. So without further ado, I want to tell you a little bit about .co first, as we are right now, and then kind of get into some of the nitty-gritty details. But today, the way that we market .co, we say it's short, memorable, SEO friendly, and global. The fact that .co are the shortest 2 characters that you can get to the right of the dot, so it helps to have very short domain names. It's very memorable. The C and the O signifies company around the world, even in countries many times that don't speak English as their first language. It's still very recognizable. It's SEO friendly. We've had a lot of discussions over the past couple of days about the fact that CO can be tagged in Google's Webmaster Tools, much like many GTLDs, because .co first was a CCTLD, but it has gotten repurposed as what we call a GCCTLD, or a generic CCTLD. And the fact that it is available. Over 3 years, we've grown to 1.5 million domains, and we're super excited about that. But in a world where there's over 200 million, we do have a ways to go. And there are a lot of good, short, memorable names available for you and your customers to build really good websites online. So a little bit about our history. In 2008, we put an RFP together to launch the brand globally from the country of Colombia. It started in Colombia, and from there, in 2009, we won the bid against all odds, against some really big players in the industry, many of whom are here this weekend. But our little scrappy startup won the RFP, and in 2010, we launched to some big success and to some great naysayers, which is one of the lessons that I'm going to be talking about here in just a little bit. But we did so by looking at some of the things of what we needed to do to get to the 1.5 million, to actually grow in a landscape that was dominated by some really great domain extensions. So how did we acquire this 1.5 million domains, and how did we grow to become a force to be reckoned with? We think a small force now, but we're growing every single day. So for us, it's all about building a brand. So we have a lot of things, we believe we had a lot of things in our favor. We have a great and visionary CEO. Any time that any of you get a chance to see him or see a video or meet him from various conferences, please take a chance to shake his hand. He's a really smart guy. We also have a fantastic team. We really love working together, and we believe that having a great team behind the company is really important. And then also we have a very good infrastructure. You just saw Ivor here. Previous to my talk, and he works with Newstar, who does our back-end technology, and we are really proud to be able to call Newstar a great partner. But for us, it's all about that little orange logo. It means a lot of things, and it's getting a lot of recognition, but it means ideas, opportunity, startups, fun, and innovation. And we really take pride in our logo. Many of you have gotten a card from me or from Jasmine, and usually a comment of, you know, it's a fun card. And my comment back is always, we love our logo. And to us, it's really about building a brand and really about brand recognition. So you're not just seeing two letters, or you're not just seeing a commodity, you're seeing a brand when you go to your websites, when you go to ResellerClub to get the product, when you go around the world into startups and other events. You really see a brand, you don't just see a product. So as we were building the brand, we had to say, you know, what is it that will help people care about what we're doing? Because we know we have to really kind of look at how can we help people understand why we're building versus just hard selling our product. Hard selling our product was not going to get us to where we were. So we knew to be different, we had to stand out. And so we had to build a brand, and it was really important for us to build a brand versus just building a product. So we kind of looked at other brands and what other brands were doing, Apple, Nike, some of the, you know, the big players in the industry, Coca-Cola. When you see these brands, you see and you get a feeling behind the brand. And we wanted to invoke and create that same thing in the domain name industry, which is, it's a little out there. The domain name industry for so long has been about only what's to the left of the dot. Right? The domain names themselves have become a big commodity. So, you know, to the right of the dot had become something that was just a big long line list, and a lot of customers that as they come to websites don't necessarily know why should they get one domain over another. You guys do a great job with when your customers call in to be able to help them, but as they're just looking themselves online, many times they don't know. And so for us, we wanted to take the commoditize and we wanted to decommoditize the domain product and create a premier product. So, you know, domains had become just a place to rest, and we wanted it to become the place to build dreams online and be the premier place where people were flocking to build their websites. And our goal was to be able to create awareness to then push customers to your websites and to your telephone lines to be able to ask for .co versus you having to push .co. So one of the things that we did was build a vision. And so for us, .co and that logo meant a vision of opportunity. So we wanted to be the place that was synonymous with opportunity and building, you know, a cool place to live online. So for instance, Disney in the United States has built a vision around being magical. So you have the magic of Disney, which is a very big saying. So when you see that Disney logo, they want to invoke magic. When you see Volvo, the car brand, they don't want you to think just about a car. They want you to think about safety and being safe on the roads. And so for us, we wanted you to think about opportunity. So you have an opportunity to get a great name. You have an opportunity to build an awesome website online, and you have the opportunity to get involved in a great movement and to be able to get cool perks and benefits outside of just having a cool domain. So down to the nitty-gritty. We have 7 lessons learned about that we've created and that, you know, about building our brand, and hopefully a few of these will help you, all some. If not, I thank you for sitting in, but you know, take what we have learned, and you know, hopefully it can translate into your business. So while I'm talking about, you know, our business, I hope that the lessons learned can translate to anybody's business. But lesson number 1. This might seem kind of easy, but to build a great brand, you actually really need a great product. And I know all of us have great products out there, You know, especially in the domain name business, you know, we're all promoting really great products, but you know, for us, the CO was short and meaningful. To us, .co sounds really cool. You know, we just love how .co sounds. You know, we have real brands and real sites on .co. So really kind of promoting those brands and those sites. The fact that .co is good for SEO, we worked hard and, you know, have forged a lot of relationships to help .co be good for SEO, and you know, the fact that it has been a, you know, a real winner. And the fact that with .co you get more than just that domain name. We've been talking to a lot of you here over the past couple of days about some of the extra perks and benefits that you get with .co. And you know, we're very proud of that, and so that's part of what we've gone into building the brand. And the fact that it's available. You know, hallelujah. We have some domains that are global, and you can get some really good websites. Lesson number 2. So customers don't care until they know how much you care. So for us, when we first started out, we did a lot with, how can I say? We did a lot with what we were doing, how we were doing, the security we had, the globalness that we were producing, and it wasn't really creating a lot of traction. So we found that when we turned our eyes off ourselves and onto the customers that we were looking to create, that's when the tide started to turn in some of the awareness. So we were looking for, and now we spend the majority of our time in promoting and looking for who we call .coers, .co owners out there that are building their brands online. So really kind of turning our eyes and looking and promoting others has helped to then, you know, create evangelists that promote .co, which has been a win-win. And whenever you can find a win-win, we feel it's a great situation. Lesson number 3. So to build a great brand, you want a lot of high-impact early adopters. For us, we really created a strategy around finding some of the tech influencers in the startup community. Startups and small businesses were an area that we wanted to focus on. You know, with that CO really signifying company, that was a way that we could kind of concentrate and get the brand message out there. So we forged relationships with people like Naval Ravikant from AngelList, who created Angel.co. We created a relationship with Dave McClure, who runs 500 Startups, who has events all over the world and forges relationships with other companies all over the world. He rebranded himself to 500.co because he believed in our mission and what we were doing, and therefore then we were able to promote him into the audience. The fact that Twitter, who was one of our very first early adopters, there's over 1 million links today that go through the T.co brand. The fact that just recently Twitter then also rebranded branded one of their newest products on a .co. So Twitter makes a lot of money. They could have gone out and bought any domain extension that they wanted for their new video brand Vine, but they chose to put it on a .co. So, you know, from that early adopter of T.co to, you know, fall into having their new products on .co. You know, and to be able to find those high-profile folks and really promote them and build relationships with them. So it's not just about putting them on the website, but it's about being able to talk to them and being able to talk to their communities and seeing how, you know, how we can partner together. And so the takeaway is in each of your businesses, who are some of those early adopters or who are some of those high-profile folks that you can forge relationships with, and how to then promote your brand and your business. Lesson number 4. So we had to learn that we could not be all things to all people. We tried really hard. We're a really small team, so we got stretched really, really thin. But this is where some of our strategy came in from not trying to connect to every single audience out there, but to really focus ourselves. So we have what we call a trickle-down approach. We wanted to be able to concentrate our business development and our partnerships into to the tech stars, who we call tech stars, and those are the Naval Ravikants and the Dave McClures and Omalik and people of that nature that are rebranding and can kind of take the mission forward. And then we also sponsor big events like South by Southwest in the United States or like Le Web in Europe that gets to some of those startup influencers. And so the startup and the small business community. And then we do a lot of our channel marketing into the masses, as we call them, and the small businesses and the rest of the world. And from there, we hope to have that trickle down to really be able to target our messaging and target what we're doing and really create some inspiration. So from the target audiences that you guys have, who are some of those specified targets that you can really create and forge relationships with versus just going out to everyone and seeing and not being able to succeed because it was too broad of an audience. Lesson number 5. So the right partners can end up being your silent sales team. And we have really found this to be the case, for our company. We've forged relationships with a lot of the startup community in all parts of the world. Startup Weekend, who has tons of events around the world. Every single weekend, there's probably at least 5 to 8 events. Companies like Le Web, Tech Cocktail, Startup America Partnership in the US, the Founders Institute, which has startup events all over the world, the General Assembly. There's many, many companies that we've forged relationships with that have in turn been able to introduce us to their communities, and from there have been able to turn themselves into, as I said, our silent sales team. So they promote our brand every single time they hand out a business card, every single time they are talking to their customers about the fact that they rebranded. And it's been really exciting to meet and talk with some of these people and see how enthusiastic they have become about our brand. Sometimes, surprising us, and we get more enthusiastic when we meet them and when we're able to talk to them. So it's been very exciting and to be able to work into those communities. And then lesson number 6, which is one of our favorites, and so I'm going to spend a little bit of time here. But the fact that if you love your customers, they will definitely love you back. We have something that may sound a little silly, but it's called the Love Fest. And with that Love Fest, we talk about, and I'm going to read for a second, but we talk about taking people from like to love, from transactions to relationships, and from an option to the one and only place and choice online. And we do this in a lot of different ways. The picture that you see here is from an event that we did last year, or earlier this year, in Austin, Texas at South by Southwest. But we just have a place where people can come and they can interact with our team, they can have fun, they can promote their own businesses, and they can do whatever they want and just have fun. Tailored up at the front there, just having a ball. And we love to promote and to find .co owners, and we do it in a lot of different ways. We do it from personal calls and emails from people that we find out in the wild and random online. In fact, a fun little story, Jasmine and I earlier this week were on our way to a business meeting, and we were in the car, and we passed a billboard, and it was for ParagonRealtors.co, and we got so excited that we had to go find them online. We had to try to communicate, but just those little tidbits to just find the community and find customers, and to really show them that we care. Sometimes we all know how important it is to love on our customers, but sometimes we don't do it as much as we know we should. So to really find your customers and to really be able to promote them and really get inside what it is that's important to them. We also do different things around dinners. Whenever we go to a new city, we try to take people that are on a .co domain, we try to take them to dinner and just find out what they're doing and how they are. Also doing events like this and to find out from you guys what are the things that your customers say about .co from anything from the technical to the why should I keep it to the wow that's really cool and I love my name. But we are really excited always to be able to promote our community and our growing community in order to in turn have them promote to their friends and family. We've had a couple of .coers that have put their businesses on .co that have then said, for all of my next startups, any new business that I start, I always want it to be on a .co. And to us, that's really powerful to be only a 3.5-year-old company, and to have them say that has been really exciting. So, and then just a little tidbit, the fact that we are here in India because we have seen a lot of good growth in India. Over the past year, it's grown just under 1%. And India is one of our top countries in the market. You can see some really cool .co companies that are here in India, and this is growing. If you go to our website at www.go.co, you can see even more. We actually have a lot of companies in India that are on our website today. So we've seen a lot of good growth, and we're really excited to be able to bring the Love Fest, as we call it here, even more. But last lesson, final, and one of my favorites too, is the fact that don't let the naysayers detract from your brand and your business. A lot of you have seen our flying pig, and we love our flying pig. It is our mascot. But as we were launching 3 years ago, or 3.5 years ago, we had a lot of naysayers. I'm sure none of you in this room, right? No, okay. But we had a lot of naysayers. Some of the things they said were, .co is just another domain. .com is king. You guys will never make it. .co is only a typo. What are you doing? Another one, .co is only for Colombia. It's not a global brand. .co stands for cocaine, one of my personal favorites. You will ruin the whole internet. Yes, somebody told us that. And the fact that, the last one, you're destined to fail. So, for us, we forged ahead, and that's where we really said that, well, we need to create a brand and we need to create a community around us that is building and doing the things that they need, and building their dreams online and doing it on .co. So as you guys are building your brands, don't let the naysayers pull you down. It's really about kind of forging ahead, building your dreams, and kind of getting out there. But one of the things and one of the reasons that we have a flying pig as our mascot is because of the naysayers. So the naysayers said that we wouldn't succeed. And there's a saying in the U.S. that is, when pigs fly, it means never. So they said, yeah, you'll succeed. When pigs fly, you'll succeed. So we say, anything is possible. You can succeed in whatever you want to succeed, and even pigs will fly. So in our world, pigs fly, and our mascot is a flying pig. So that's it. I think, I came in just under the wire. But thank you guys so much for listening. I know, this presentation wasn't full of stats and all of that kind of stuff, but I hope maybe a couple of these lessons were good for you and to help you grow your businesses. So thanks so much.